today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Patriots taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
At the 39-yard line.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field, but at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Operating from the gun. Oakland, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 3rd down, Oakland. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Certainly not what they wanted defensively. We're hoping to hold them to a field goal. Instead, they're able to convert the 3rd and long here on the opening drive.
So not only was it a flipping field position and a flipping fortunes, but how about mentally? You just described it. They were hoping to force them into a field goal there. Instead, they give up the big gain, and now it's 1st and goal. The offense has got them on their heels.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Oakley. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks.
Wide open, and he throws it away. What?
In 2012.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 18 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complimentary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. We're scoreless after 1. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And some room to roam now. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run. This is Hunt. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return.
This game is a joke!
Broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he is in for the Seattle.
I just went through that motherfucker.
With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks. Find a way to stretch their lead.
Are you kidding me?
Gano for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. That's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
37-yard line.
Off play action. Oakley. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the Patriots' 13-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Bring it up. Seattle.
Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And our attention shifts here to the Seahawks defense. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Operating from the gun. Oakley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside the tackle.
Yeah, there's clearly not a guy right fucking there. It's cool. Fuck you.
A loss of down.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a second and goal. From the gun, Oakley. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 38. That one good for 12 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So here's a first and 8. So we have come to halftime. Hang on, we'll jump over halftime. And how about this right out of the locker room? Attempt. The advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions to be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. The They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back to the air on second down. Oakley. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play. First down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. Oakley. And his throw here's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up third down and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Oakley steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, Oakley. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A gain of 32 that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the gun, Oakley. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Oakley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Hit him with that nice legal bump at the 12.
3-yard line. 2 yards yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. And hang on, we got an injury. And that's DK Metcalf. The wide receiver yet to get back to his feet. We'll get a report when he returns to Foxborough. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Taken right around the 44. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number. That ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Hawthorne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 20.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Got Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Devin Asiasi, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Well, an all-out battle on 4th and goal, offense versus defense, and the offense won.
And I'm just wondering what was going through the minds of the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Were they playing the run too much? Were they not focused that the whole playbook was open in that situation? Give the offensive guys a lot of credit. I just wonder what the defensive guys were thinking.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. From the gun, Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. First time would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
Well, call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Patriots now down on the scoreboard. 2:14 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down. Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of. It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion? Back to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Defense. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. They'll try to run with Hunt. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from the 1. They run again with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Seahawks call the timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Let's go, let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Seahawks, they finish a perfect month of September as